we might have to adjust play style a little bit in the short term to play more patient. You're very much an aggressive player. It is hard to get the ball in the air if you're an aggressive player. Example, like I'll keep showing examples. If you are a patient player, maybe you're not turning sharply and you're actually getting a little bit deeper so that you have more space to let this ball roll. And now here is your one pop. So it's like a clash of play styles because you're more of an attack dog, right? Like you're very aggressive, you like your demos, you like to dive the play. And to like maintain that play style, we need to like cut more, which is that side to side action. Or we just slightly tweak play style, which is like what we kind of covered last week about faking more and playing a little bit deeper. And so like you have a couple options, but the end goal is, I mean, I'm going to show that player's POV again. I want plays that look like this. It's just a one pop. We are going to look at Sleepy Time, who is playing Diamond 1 doubles with Treadgar. Played a couple threes. This was our first twos together. So this would be like Diamond 1, Diamond 2s. I think that's fair. I know Treadgar is Diamond 1. Sleepy is Diamond 1, Diamond 2. Sleepy, I think we previously talked about wall and airplay. It's not going to happen in a week, but I'm hoping to see some more attempts. A little bit of awkwardness on our goal line. Nice try. Good. I like where speed is. We're getting in the air. A lot of last week was like setting it up ourselves with dedicated control, not just like going up for a touch. But we're definitely in the air more, which is great. Kind of multi-week goal is to honestly probably wall then air, but just to be a little bit less on the ground. It's good patience. It's a good boom. I want to keep like building on this, Sleepy, just because I'm feeling like it. So the play checks out. Everything you're doing checks out. Your decision, your fake, love it. Take us back like 6 weeks. This is what we were working on. But I want to keep like extending on this. And it's not like hard challenge and boom. It's let that ball bounce and time. You know, like don't rush in here to boom it and let the ball bounce one more time so that you could time either a grounder up the wall or like a one bounce pop. Now, what you're doing is completely fine. I don't want to pick apart this specific play, but I think I want to keep like talking about like how can we like take this good play and turn it into airplay. Like I'm fine with your decision because if you go quick right here, you're beating the second man, right? So like this 100% checks out. And the negatives of trying to get more wall and air reps are people are going to rush you, but you kind of learn how to deal with it. This is good. So like improvement, 100%. We're going to make it better. Take your time. Same play. Grounder. Hit up the wall to this boost so that you have more space to set up wall play. Right? Like you have time because this player's launching in front of you and this guy's all the way back there. You have time. I know it's hard. Like you have a little bit of time. You got a little bit of time back here too. Just a little bit. This one I'll take. Like this is more of a dicey moment. This one, I want to see that grounder up the wall. And maybe like we could just try to work the ball side to side. I'll think about that. Kind of refocus that. Maybe refocus cuts. Because like if you play behind the ball like this at diamond, really your only options to get the ball up the wall is like a save this way or get in the air. This guy throws the ball away and it's like a one pop bounce air dribble. Those are like your only two options at diamond. You're playing good though. Like I want very good aerial, by the way. You see what this player's doing? This is what I want. I want more moments in your gameplay. You're better than this player, but you see how they're able to pop and go up? Like, I want that setup. And they get that set up by like patiently positioning and just waiting and not rushing in. And that's why like we might have to adjust play style a little bit in the short term to play more patient. You're very much an aggressive player. It is hard to get the ball in the air if you're an aggressive player. Example, like I'll keep showing examples. If you are a patient player, maybe you're not turning sharply and you're actually getting a little bit deeper so that you have more space to let this ball roll. And now here is your one pop. So it's like a clash of play styles because you're more of an attack dog, right? Like you're very aggressive, you like your demos, you like to dive the play. And to like maintain that play style, we need to like cut more, which is that side to side action. Or we just slightly tweak play style, which is like what we kind of covered last week about faking more and playing a little bit deeper. And so like you have a couple options, but the end goal is, I mean, I'm going to show that player's POV again. I want plays that look like this. It's just a one pop. And we could have had that right here. And if you were like ready for this, and like, yes, you could turn sharply and still play this forward, but like, I want this to be double touch or like a 2-touch air dribble. What you did was fine. Option. But just like with the progression, where we're going, right? Very good. And I'll just like keep like showing these parallels, and it's going to be up to you to choose. I'm going to try to find cut examples as well. Tread. Playing patient goal line defense. That's why I just call it patient. Like it could be a deeper second man at the offensive midfield. It could be patient goal line defense. Playing patient. Air pop. So like patience, in my opinion, playing a little bit deeper, spacing out a little bit more, is the easiest way to get this. So like if we're going to cut, we're not going to cut. We're going to play patient. That works. I'll like first cut example. You want to get this up the wall. What you did was fine. Cut. Little grounder up the wall into boost. You could also do what you did. But like we're an attack dog, right? Like this is your play style, man. Attack. Attack. And we've been working together for a while, Sleepy, so you know I always build on play style, but I know that we're hitting a point in Diamond 1, Diamond 2 where we just need to be on the wall in the air more. So that's why we might have to sacrifice like some short-term decision-making preferences to build up mechanics. Show this play one more time. Let's say you don't want to cut it. Let's say you want to play deep. You can go, fake, play goal line defense. This player shoots, save it, up the wall. No other glaring mistakes in this review. I will point one out because I don't want to overkill the wall airplay. It's only been 2 weeks, right? The second week we're talking about it. It takes time. I know you trust me. I'll see if there's any other stuff. But I want to keep like breaking down these play options for you. We look at a lot of champion gameplay here. When you look at champ, wall air. Yeah, they're faster. There's other stuff going on. There's other differences, but mechanics are a surefire way to spark improvement. Good. Good. So like, I see the improvements, right? But what's interesting is our wall play is corner play. Right here. And this is how it like builds into your playstyle. Since you're an attack dog, this is like the sacrifice you're making where, okay, we fake it, but you still want to attack this. But like our only option is to get it up the wall through the corner. And like corner mechanics are super tough for Diamond. I want up the wall here. And the reason this is funny is because our other wall attempt was right here. This was our only other wall attempt in this game. Through the corner. So we're getting there. I just don't like corner play in Diamond because your window to air dribble or double touch is a lot more narrow. right? Like, it's a very narrow. It's possible. Like, corner mechanics are 100% viable, but I'd rather have a window when you're on sidewall next to mid boost where it's like this window instead of this window. And easiest way to do that is to play a little bit deeper. The uncomfortable thing about playing a little bit deeper is like you have to fake more and you're put in one-on-one situations. Good. Still, good gameplay. So this was good. This is probably my favorite attempt of the game, right? Up the wall. We're trying. Very good. I'm going to continue to break these plays down. You go. And then you fake. And you let this ball bounce. And either this player gets faked or demoed by your teammate. That's a big what if. Or if they don't get faked, they rush you and you just take a 50. I love a concept. I call it let the ball bounce and roll. Just let this ball bounce another time. That's something you could do. Let it roll another ball length. That concept can really be applied everywhere. Like with this play. Let's see if we could apply it here. That happens. And instead of trying to attack it on the first bounce, you just let it bounce again. And then you either decide to fake it or 50 the player. Or this player doesn't go because they hesitate. And because you let it bounce again, you have a little bit of a better setup, more options. And I'm going to keep like talking through this. Right? We just kind of, you could approach it like you're doing. Let it bounce. Try to bring it this way. And if someone rushes you, you 50. Otherwise, you get a better setup. But this was good. I did like this. Or, again, to build on it, you just fake it. They take a shot. They fail their flick because that's what happens in Diamond. You save it up the wall. So it's a lot more like patient play through like letting the ball bounce and roll or positioning or faking and playing shadow and one-on-one defense. I can't find any cut examples. I'm going to try. We see this and you just fake it and you let this ball get all the way back. You drive back, you get your boost, and you could either get your one bounce pop or hit it up wall for your air dribble, wall play, etc. But you're very much a attack dog. Keep pressure in front. So that's why I think we do have to maybe make a couple decision-making changes. This is good. Boost, fake. And this is what I mean. You fake. If they rush you, you 50. Or you just keep faking. And if they throw the ball away, you get your wall play. It doesn't happen here, but you just have to like survive the one-on-one defense. See how we push that? And this is why I keep saying decision-making preferences. Instead of pushing it, you just let this ball bounce and roll. So you just let it roll. You take your time, you get your boost, and you have this beautiful vantage point for the one bounce pop. But you're a push player. But like what we're doing, we're trying to like, I guess, round out the play style. In a couple weeks, I'll tell you to push more and attack more. That was good. See, like, we're an attack dog. Let that ball bounce another time. Fake on the backboard or fake into a goal line. And you just play right here. And if they slot it top right, blame me. Okay? Otherwise, grounder up the wall. And now you get your wall play. What I would do is, like, in a perfect world, maintain your speed, fake a little bit more, space out a little bit more, position a little bit deeper, play patient goal line, look for shadow defense, and let the ball bounce and roll. Pick one, right? Like a couple things to resonate with. I like letting the ball bounce and roll because, like, you're up right now. What if we just let that ball bounce? Right? We just let it drop. And you just let this ball drop. And you kind of catch it on your car, hit it this way, up through boost, wall play. Now, you're in the air more with your aerials, which I love. Right? Playing for a little redirect, that's improvement for sure. But what we're trying to work on is the setup of airplay. And the easiest way to tackle that is through wall play. I mean, I always consider the wall as the first step to getting in the air more. So let's break down this play. We see that. If you just like focus, like let the ball bounce and roll, or you just focus fakes and shadow, like both of them have the same result in that you're not turning and playing this ball. And you would just fake. They're going to take a bad shot. Let's see where it goes. Well, I guess you hit it. They probably would have hit it somewhere over here. And if it was on net, you're playing shadow defense, and you need to be able to save that. But you'd get your control up the wall. I like aggressive turns. Like how you play Sleepy is like, I like. You're aggressive. You're confident. But we do need more ball control. We're going to look at this play. Two options. Fake. This player either panics and hits it to you up the wall. Notice how like everything is the same thing, right? Fake, up the wall, grounder up the wall. Or you go in with a let the ball bounce and roll topic on your mind, and you want to let this bounce another time. And if they rush you, you just take a 50. You could try to push it up the wall or lose it this way and get your boost. Or you're going for this, and you need to be able to jump high enough so that you could hit it up the wall. Out of everything, my two favorite things are fakes / spacing out. Like really, like go to the other extreme of your play style, passive, patient, etc. Or let the ball bounce and roll. And the last thing, I mean, to get the ball in the air is play boom ball, but I want to go for more like clean, dedicated control mechanics. But no glaring mistakes that kind of took priority over this progression. So good. A little bit awkward on the goal line to start the game. That didn't happen again. Eventually, Sleepy. Because this is the progression, and then I'll be quiet. Eventually, this is my goal for you. Like, this is how the play styles merge together. Where you could fake and quick turn. This is air dribble into like reset or air dribble, whatever. Like that would be the next attempt, right? That's the next stage of the progression where you have the confidence to be on the wall and in the air more, but now you could mix in your play style, which is like quick turns, cuts, and you're up for this, but that's a 2-3 touch air dribble or flip reset extension. That's a lot harder, but that's the eventual goal. And I hope that helps, Sleepy. You're definitely moving in the right direction. You're doing good, Sleepy. You're at a tough point. You're at the point, man, where you get to a rank and there's not enough game sense that's going to get you up in rank. Now it's what you do with the ball. I'm sure I could pick apart game sense, rotations, and positioning, but we've talked about all that stuff, right? This is somewhat new, and I think you're ready for it.